baseball.
The landscape of media has changed. At one point in time, there was nothing but newspapers. Then there was the TV news. But now, everybody's online, telling this and telling that, giving information, misinformation, misguiding people. So I guess I got to change with the time because everybody has. And welcome back to Everybody Has a
Podcast.
And I think we're at number 36, starting to lose count, but somebody has to keep count. So, ladies first, we're towards the end of the regular season for a lot of spring sports. Mm-hmm. You got sectionals coming up early next week for track, soccer for boys and all that good stuff. And then for girls, you got tennis out there and all those kind of things floating around. But we primarily are focusing on softball. So our number one seeds in 4A, Collierville. Their star pitcher has led them to a 7-1 regular season record in district. They are number one seed going into their district tournament. And over in 3A, the Brighton Lady Cardinals, they turned it on, and they have a three-peat. They won 3 regular season titles in a row. But Coach Maddie Kate would tell you, after last year when Millington took the district tournament and Covington snuck up, regular season title is nice, but that's not what it's all about. You have to win in May. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, Covington and Millington still have a good shot against Brighton. But I think Brighton learned from last year's mistakes and going to make sure they get one of those top 2 spots. So didn't get out to any softball games this week because I got a flat tire going to Millington senior night that they won 15-0 over Fed Ware. But there is a video with a special young lady that we would like to share with you. We're going to give her the appropriate amount of time. It's going to take a few minutes for her thank you. Kayla Jones, our Female Athlete of the Year, on her signing.
2025 Athlete of the Year.
Until the next one comes up, she is our Female Athlete of the Year. Let her enjoy a whole year. Our Athlete of the Year, she had her signing day going to Berea College up in Kentucky for track, and she shared her sentiments and the people that helped her get there, and now we get to share it with you.
When I start crying, don't say nothing, man. Cool. All right. So first of all, I want to say thank every single one of y'all for coming out. Like, y'all are amazing. I love all of y'all. This journey hasn't been the easiest, but I'm blessed to have received an opportunity to continue doing something that I enjoy at the next level, and to have y'all support through this next step. And overall, I'm very excited to start my next chapter. Oh, I'm stuttering. First, I want to say that if I didn't have God, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am right now and where I'm going. So all glory to God. I'd like to thank my family for all the sacrifices you guys have made to get me to this point. All the money, the late nights, y'all being on my back and being my backbone, you know, through all the frustration, because y'all know I can get mad. And yeah, I just appreciate y'all. Through the highs and lows of being an athlete. Y'all are both the people, like my dad, my granddaddy, y'all always in the stands. And then my mama, my sister, my brother, my other brother who's in Nevada right now, they're behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? They always support me. And while we ain't the most perfect, y'all the best family that I can ever ask for. And I love y'all with all my heart, baby. To all my teammates, y'all my second family for real, and all of y'all are so amazing. Like, my favorite thing about being y'all's teammate, both sports, Lord have mercy.
You got it, baby.
Is seeing y'all prove bit by bit, day by day, and if you're on the team not only just with me, but generally, you're being exposed to a lot of adversity, and I admire how each and every one of you have the ability to take it chin on. And I pray all of you continue to push through and become stronger leaders and carry on that hard-working culture. And I pray when I leave, at least I've left and set a good example of what wearing that Mumford logo truly represents. I love all of y'all, and I'm glad to have been a teammate, sister, supporter, and role model to all of y'all. To all my coaches, words can't express how grateful I am for y'all. You guys have seen potential in me and played a vital role in my character development. Spent countless hours on sharpening and pouring into me, and I learned so much from you guys, and it's great to have you guys as my coaches both in and out of school. Without you, this school and the area wouldn't be near as good as it is now. Overall, you guys are awesome sauce. And thank you for all thank you for all your time and sacrifices. My heart goes out to y'all. Best support system in Tipton County for real.
Oh, okay.
Coach Howard, shout out to her too, 'cause she coming home from having a baby. Trying to leave. I have to point you out and thank you for all you've done. Truly one of a kind. I don't think a simple thank you is enough, especially from how many times I've been in there from rolling my ankle and getting, ice and all that stuff. By the way, this is raw and uncut. But I admire you for the way you carry yourself, being about business and holding strong standards, but at the same time bringing such a genuine sense of humor and good conversation makes you an enjoyable person to be around. I'll miss popping in to say what's up, and you've made a lasting impression on me, and I'll carry that with me forever. I love you.
And we're back with recap time. Baseball. That's the primary thing going on in spring sports. And, like I said, I mentioned we got soccer for boys. Brighton has, won a championship in that league. And now everything goes to Brighton up there. And then you got Houston on the big boy side in 4A. But let's focus on baseball a little bit. Bolivar will be the champions, taking the series from Brighton in 3A. And then 4A, Collierville is top. Guess who's number 2 over there in 4A?
Mumford?
Yes, the Mumford Cougars. So 6-3. Coach Young, them making it to the state last year, to the state championship game was not a fluke. He has one senior on the team, and Stephen Kemp, but his son Houston Young and the rest of the crew, they're good from top to bottom. Curly Lowry, number 22, the first baseman, infielder. They got a solid group. So I watched them against Bartlett, at Bartlett on the first night, and they beat them, I think, 7-5. Then the next night beat them 12-2.
Oh,
So
wow.
man, Mumford's solid. They got arms. They don't have like a stud pitcher. They just have arms. McCann and all those guys, they just go up there and just get innings and throw strikes, get a defensive chance. So Mumford might take one of those top 2 spots and prove to the rest of them that Mumford can hang.
Somebody's got to do it because they can't just get stumped in every sport.
So, well, yeah,
And especially they get stumped. They get stumped in the sports that actually matter the most.
Whoa. We're not Power 10 champions, the Mumford Cougars in football.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You don't want Coach Calhoun to come beat me up.
Okay, yeah, they did pretty good in football, but
and talking to
basketball. See, basketball's my favorite sport, so that's why I'm just like,
The girls' season was a little disappointing, and the boys, we kind of expected them to.
But it's kind of been like that for the Mumford girls for a hot minute. That it's like they're good, but they're not like make it to state good.
Last year they made it to sectionals when nobody expected them to.
Yeah, but it's not making it to state good. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe like first, second round in sectionals, and then they go bye-bye.
Well, I think Coach Poindexter, if he sees this, he's going to take
he's a good coach.
Yeah,
he's a really good coach. Like, he's a miracle worker,
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to discredit their hard work. It's just basketball, just sports athletes in general, especially in the West. It's just, it hasn't been really that good. Like, there's not like stars.
Well, we do well in track. That reminds me of Collierville girls track. They are looking to three-peat this year.
Okay.
And they've been dominating. So we got good athletes here. I think what you're thinking about is like, how can I put this? In a lot of team sports, our individuality gets exposed in West Tennessee, where we have a bunch of great athletes and they're great individual athletes, but the team play culture, we changed so many coaches and turnover, they're consistent. That's why Mumford is doing so well. Coach Young has been there 10 years. Got to state in 2017, got to state last year and made a run. I think he's been to state 3 times. So even when he's had drop-offs, they never got rid of him and they trusted him in this process. So that's the reason why now the kids know him, believe in him, And, it's something to say the leadership up top. So West Tennessee, we do turn over our coaches a little too much. So Coach Poindexter, with the girls at Mumford, that's why he does so well. He's been there for a while. He can take some regular teams. Maya Reed, one of our former athlete, 2-time athlete of the year, only time that's ever been done. She was not on anybody's radar. He turned her into one of those players that go off to the next level and shine. So he had the Gabby Crawfords and all those type players. But but it's something to be said for the Mumford baseball team. They have overachieved in some people's eyes, but this is what they expected to do. And I talked to Coach Young. He said, "Yeah, we have proven that we belong in this league. Now we want to go validate it in May." Now in the smaller league, Millington finished 4th. With their injuries, and Tyler Morgan won't pitch again this year, but he is participating. His arm injury allows him to play in the infield, but he won't throw. That really hurts Millington's chances. So Bolivar, Brighton, and Covington, I think it's between those teams. Millington will pester them in the district tournament, but I really think I want to go on a limb and pick Brighton and Covington, although Bolivar is like 8-1 in league play. So I don't want to disrespect the Tigers, but I got to go with the Cardinals and the Chargers. So we got some highlights. Let's check out how Mumford performed against Bartlett and Millington Bolton.
You got good at baseball.
Automatically threw it back to him. Caruso battle. Gapper.
And welcome back. And now we're going to look at some sights and sounds. And the sounds and the sights, if you own your social media, a lot of people getting these prom send-offs. When did this become such a big deal? Graduated in '99, didn't go to my prom, but I went to one in the year 2000. Quaint little thing, you know. You put on, I guess because we had the manual cameras, we didn't dedicate to too much picture taking. Most of the time, the boys were wearing something black and white, tuxedo wise. Okay, confession. My generation was the one of the guys that we saw top hats and canes were very important. And we did change up the colors. We were the first ones. We were the first ones to wear white suits with a color vest that matched the shoes.
So you basically went to prom as a pimp. Is that what I'm hearing?
Now that you say it like that,
a cane and a top hat.
You say it like that, I have to say you're correct.
It's giving a pimp named Slickback.
Wow. Bishop Don Juan. We were. Now we didn't do the loud color suits yet, but we had the loud color vest and the boutonniere would match the vest. Let's say you had orange boutonniere, you had orange shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So this criticism that I'm bringing out comes from a place of guilt, and my generation's ignorant. I wore a burgundy and black combo because my date was wearing burgundy, so I was matching her. So that was, I think, we kind of started to do that trend. You wore the girl's accessory, but I know we did the no sock trend for a little bit for the guys, but now it's like these promposals. That was a big thing a few years ago. That costs a lot of money. The proposal has died.
That cost a lot of money.
Oh yeah, when
All
people,
it was a poster.
No. Some kids start flying planes in the sky. Where you go to?
No,
the prom?
those are bougie kids.
Yeah, so it started. Yeah,
Those are kids who have parents with money.
Yeah, and they went too far.
In Millington, the prom posters were just a Dollar Tree poster board that says, "Will you go to prom with me?" That's all it was.
Well, not Dollar Tree expensive. You can buy a balloon. That thing like $5 a balloon now.
Or then they'll have like roses. The roses, that's probably the most expensive thing.
Okay, so the problem that I'm bringing up with discussing prom season, I think they're spending way too much money on the prom send-offs. Are you telling me that prom send-offs cost more than proposals?
Yes, they usually should, because they're high school kids. They don't need to be doing the most. Like, they're not proposing as in, like, to get married. So it's like, all you gotta do is put up a little poster board and say prom. Some people write a little inside joke or whatever, or a meme and try to be cute. But, like, other than that, that's really...
So I think the promposal has died down. I haven't seen that on social media as much. But the prom send-off, and I'm looking at you parents, has gotten out of control.
Yeah.
I honestly believe in my heart, a lot of these kids don't want this big of a deal of the send-off. They're going to take it because you're giving me a bunch of stuff and lavishing me with a grandiose send-off to an event that is meaningless. Yeah, I said it.
It isn't meaningless because it's about just enjoying your senior year with your classmates, like making memories with your classmates, like your class, you know what I'm saying? Because like you're basically adults, and after this, like, y'all are splitting off, going y'all separate ways. Some of y'all might hang out, some of y'all might not hang out. And then, years later, people gonna be having babies, getting married, all that stuff. So it's just important to make memories.
So let's go back 60, 70 years when our grandparents and great grandparents, when they had their prom, it was in their school gym, and I'm sure it cost everybody under $50. Y'all need one last time together. Just do it in the school gym.
I mean,
does it have to be at a rented out hotel or a country club or?
I don't know. I don't know where they be having proms at, because my prom was in a church. So.
Class of 21.
No.
Class of 20.
Sadly, class of 2020, they got the biggest robbery because they didn't even get a prom because of COVID. But low key, like, if we have to compare, I guess who had it worse, I think 21 had it worse. Because although their year, like 2020's year, ended badly, ours started badly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it went the whole year.
It was the whole year.
Half and half.
Our
schedule.
first and last time together as a class, as one class, was at our graduation. Insane.
Yeah.
But I feel like they got, the first day of senior year, like all those pep rallies, all those special moments, that you look forward to, senior skip day, stuff like that. They got all those. They
didn't get it. It was March 13th.
Oh, no, you're right.
So they missed the tail end of that stretch run. Yeah. Here's another reason why 2020 might have had it worse. Let's say a lot of stuff was booked and already bought by the parents that they couldn't get a refund.
Because they do plan ahead, but I doubt they didn't allow refunds because everybody needed it. It was COVID.
No, everybody was keeping that money because of COVID. You ain't getting your money back. We holding on to this money.
No, I think a lot of people probably were. I don't think a lot of people were like just heartless and like, nah, no refund. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I gotta have more faith in mankind.
But my thing is, right, me in 2021, I didn't even think I was gonna get a prom. I got my prom dress off Amazon. All these other girls, they go prom shopping at these boutiques and have all these, get it like, tailored and all that stuff. No, I got mine off of Amazon.
But you had a donut wall.
The donut wall was that was nothing. We didn't even have a prom king and queen. Like none of
Y'all
that.
didn't know each other anymore. Half of
We
y'all,
did know each
y'all would have to have two. The Monday, Wednesday prom king. The
Yeah, don't stop.
Tuesday, Thursday prom
You think
queen
you're
king.
funny.
So I'm just being
think
honest.
you're funny.
And then the kids,
then the
the kids
all
online gonna
virtual.
log in.
The
They're gonna
all
log in. What
virtual.
about us? Like this, like click off. They're like nobody looking at y'all. Like
my
so,
gosh.
so it was a very unique year for y'all, and it's a unique circumstance. So to close out. Two-part question. What was the best part of your prom, and what was the part where you're like, oh my God, this sucked?
The best part of the prom, probably like the cha-cha slide.
Oh, classic.
Just like, like line dancing or the wobble.
Y'all had y'all mask on, right?
No, we didn't have to wear masks. Did we have to wear masks? I think we didn't have to wear masks. I think they allowed us not to wear a mask. I don't remember,
Okay.
honestly. It's a blur.
Yeah.
It's been almost
so long, 5 years.
Shut
That's so long.
Stop making me sound old. It's not that long ago. But I don't really remember if we had a mask on or not. And I guess the worst part, the location. I feel like that was the worst part to have
The
a
church.
prom. Like, it was small and it was just that wasn't like. I'm grateful for it because it was like at least we got a prom, but at the same time it's like really a church. Like, y'all couldn't try to find somewhere else.
Last second.
Okay, I guess.
So,
but it is what it is.
Well, you can't get mad at acts of kindness when people are trying to do something nice for you. And I want to share this with everyone in Sights and Sound. Like I said, I was on my way to the Millington Fairway softball game Thursday, and something huge poked a hole in my tire, and the tire went down. But two nice gentlemen in the area of Bartlett, Kevin and Kobe, he goes to Bartlett High School. So if you see this, Kobe, thank you, and thanks to your dad who took over and got my tire fixed and got me back up and rolling. So I want to say thank you and show people how nice people can be. Okay. That one right there, man. And our final segment, what's going to be in the Millington Star this week on the bestsellers list? Well, since I'm getting old, 2016 was 10 years ago. Seemed like it was just yesterday. So I wrote down my top 10 news events from that year and did a little breakdown of each one. So let's go 10 through 6 real quick. North Korea was testing their nuclear program. Number 9, the Zika virus. Number 8, Fidel Castro died. He finally passed away. Number 7, Brexit over there in Europe with Great Britain and all that good craziness. And number 6, the Chicago Cubs finally win the World Series. Now they're irrelevant. You should have kept your persona as the lovable losers. So the top 5, and in a particular order. Number 5, the police versus the public. It seemed like we had a lot of controversy. Police killing black people and killing everybody. And the situation up in Minneapolis, man, that sounds familiar. Violence up in Minneapolis. So that makes my number 5. Number 4, the Orlando nightclub shooting. Somebody went there and shot up a alphabet community establishment, killing a record amount of people.
You can't say stuff like that.
They are the alphabet community. LBGT. They add so many new.
Say stuff like that.
They add so many letters. I can't keep up with it. So the alphabet community.
I am PR trained. You can't say stuff like that.
Is PR part of the alphabet community too?
Keep
So,
going.
y'all like that, didn't
Keep
it?
going.
Okay, number 3, a big 3 died that year. Muhammad Ali, Pat Summitt, and Prince. Prince, his passing anniversary was April 21st. It's been 10 years already.
Oh my gosh. I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, and that's why they try to release the Michael move the same weekend of the week of his passing. They think they slick. And number 2, the Flint water crisis. I think
It started in 2016?
it reached a peak in 2016. The reports came out about 2015. And number 1, we elected Donald Trump as president in 2016.
That's number 1 for you?
We elected Donald Trump as president in
That's
2016.
number 1 for you.
In 2016, that was like, huh?
I guess.
What?
I guess I can see.
That was like
I can
unheard
see.
of. Yeah. So
I can see
everybody thought his campaign was a joke, and he just kept sticking around. Then on election night, that picture of him, he won. We're like, this is huge. as he would say. It was
It's gonna be
huge.
huge.
So yeah. What do you remember from 10 years ago?
Well, when you brought up
as a 13-year-old.
when you brought up like the Zika virus, I actually do remember the Zika virus because I remember being like genuinely afraid of mosquitoes.
I think we got West
I
Nile.
was actually afraid of mosquitoes around that time. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go outside. What if a mosquito bites me and I get the Zika virus and I die? Same thing with like Ebola back in the day. Like I know there was. I mean, I wasn't really that scared of Ebola because I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get that. Like it's not. That's in Africa. That ain't coming to me. You know, I'm good.
Yeah, I made sure I cooked meat to the point where it was black on the inside. I was like, we cooking it out.
And then I think Flint, I remember like,
water crisis.
Yeah, I always felt bad for those people because, you know, they have to drink bottled water. They gotta, you know,
we got awesome
they
water
can't
now,
really shower and they don't have, and it's still not even like 100% to this day.
Yeah.
Which is so sad.
And we take for granted the blessing that we have here in the Memphis area. We wash our cars with that awesome water, and we clean out dirty stuff with our awesome water. I always do take a little sip from my
Well,
homies.
according to my friend Liyah, Alaska has better water than Memphis. So.
Yeah, like if you actually walk up to a creek and like stick your face in it, yeah. I'm not sticking my face in the Mississippi River. I need to go to some aqueducts and purifier and all the filters that we have on the ground. Artesian wells. I need all that stuff to kick in.
I like our water. I think our water's
Our water's the best in the world.
I love our water.
But you talking creek water? Yeah, I give it to Alaska. Okay, so what?
And Trump, I like remember Trump being elected.
Okay.
I was in 8th grade when he got elected when I was in 6th grade.
No, you were 13. So what grade?
I was in 16. I was 16 when Prince died. I was in 6th grade when Prince died.
Okay, so
I remember I was in 6th grade.
Okay, yeah, this
Was
is
that 2016? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, you might have been in 7th or 8th grade, I think. So
I think
you're
you got
13.
I think you got Prince mixed up because I know I was in 6th grade.
We won't have to look this up. Okay, hey, stall for time. Keep talking about 2016.
Okay, well then I remember. I think mostly I remember like the dance trends, like the whip and the nae. That was popular. Who was the guy? I forgot.
Okay.
Like the rich homie
What
Quan.
does that say?
April 21st, 2016.
Y'all can see that. So she's gonna
I
stop
was
questioning me one
13?
day. She's gonna stop questioning me.
I remember. Okay, maybe I was in 7th grade. I could have sworn I was in my English class. I don't know.
I don't even have purple in my wardrobe. I wore purple all week. It was the same shirt, but dang, I wore it all
I remember
week.
I was in my English class and my English teacher, I don't even remember his name. I think his first name was Chris. I don't remember his name. I think it maybe W something. I don't know. And he like, we were in English class like doing our work or whatever, and he's like, Prince died. I was like, Prince died? I'm like, who's
Prince Henry?
I'm
Prince Harry? Like who?
Prince? I'm like, Prince? Like, I'm too young to know Prince like that.
It hit our little
I still don't even know Prince like that, but I was like, oh, that's sad.
It's
How'd he die?
Drugs.
And I feel like they took him out. They said it was a cold, didn't they? Didn't they say it was a cold?
Okay. You can't say that. You know.
I can say that.
And Pat Summitt passed away as a native Tennessean. That hurt. We lost one of our. She's number 2 all time to Dolly Parton as our daughters, and 8-time national championship coach with the Lady Vols, and they hadn't been the same since she left this earth. And then Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that one's kind of sad. I used to see like. This is way past when he died, but I saw clips of like when he was really sick and
I was
the boxer Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He was like, "Look at my feet, champ! Look at my feet."
Yeah.
It was like, oh, that's so sad.
We held him in such high praise, and I would say, when his passing, I was all shook up. But people think I'm making a Parkinson joke about him shaking, and that's why I didn't say it. I think I just made a joke now. Sorry, Muhammad. You're the greatest.
Let that man rest in peace.
Yeah, it's an all-time great. But okay. So as we get ready to close out, do we have Aaliyah's lens?
We're not having Aaliyah's lens.
So
I'm so sorry.
So I got to pull up one more sign-in highlight. Okay,
Yes.
so we're gonna close out.
I was in Tampa, Florida for a BTS concert. That's why I sound so hoarse, because I've been screaming. And no, you will not be seeing clips from the concert.
So instead, we're gonna take you a little closer up the road to Brighton, and we're gonna go to Gavin's signing for Brighton Soccer. That's how good they are, because now they're sending kids to the next level. And we'll see you next week. last year y'all got a taste of success. How motivated are y'all to make sure that 2026 is historic? Y'all want to make it a state. What are y'all doing to make sure y'all get there?
Well, we're trying to keep our clean sheet with our goalie and stuff. We're trying to keep our record up. And we're staying physical in shape and stuff. We're conditioning a lot, and we're keeping our touch away.
Okay, trying to keep them injury bugs away. It seems like they get every team. So what is it going to take in May for y'all to make history?
Well, we got to keep our mindset right, and then also we just have to keep our bodies well, our nutrition.
So for a senior to have this behind you, how is that going to help you, have your team have a special May? Now that you got this behind you, that you know where you're going, you got your college future secure, how is it going to help you be a better leader?
Well, now that I know where I'm going, I gotta be more leader.
Okay, more focus on your leadership. If you want to make some history before you leave,